What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Super Saiyan Broly EZA here. Do a little team building guide for this one. So this one is going to be incredibly easy. Everyone is going to be able to take this down absolutely no problem because the type effective category is movie heroes. Oh gosh. Just the single most powerful category in the entire game right now. Yeah, this category is absolutely insane. There's way too many options. We have got so many different options for leaders as well. It's really exciting, the amount of different teams we can build. So first we'll take a look at all of the best characters on the category and why I think you should bring these characters, and then at the end we'll switch over to in-game and I'll show you guys some of the team builds that I have put together myself that I plan to take on this event with. So first up here, we have the Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. They are going to be a solid leader, 170% to movie heroes, and the additional 30% to pure Saiyans. Keep in mind that this card does need to build up a little bit. They are not going to be as strong as they can be right out the gate. They get their 20% damage reduction, which is nice. And they launch their additional for the first 3 turns, which is great, and they get some additional damage reduction for the first 3 turns as well. Actually, I am incorrect about this. The only reason that this character needs to build up, I forgot, is to receive this morale boost, which they're not going to get. So they actually are going to be the best that they can be just turn 1. And they have this buff for the first 3 turns where they're getting the additional super and the additional damage reduction, but by the time that goes away, the event's probably going to be over anyway. So this is actually going to be a really solid unit, yeah. Plus, they get some additional stats and crit chance when you're doing an Ultra Super, which is really cool to have crits built in because they don't have type advantage. They're just type neutral on this because you're going to be fighting a physical enemy, obviously. So having the additional crits there is going to be nice for the amount of damage they're able to do. Okay, so next up, we have got the LR Gods here. They're going to be one of the best leaders that you could bring as well. 170% to movie heroes, and then the additional 30% to Kamehameha. So you could build a full 200% build there as well if you wanted to. You know, obviously everybody knows how absolutely busted these guys are. Them having guard for the first turn is going to be really helpful too, especially if you've got them as a leader and a friend leader. That's going to help you have a slot 1 tank. You know, going into this fight, they've got built-in crits in their passive as well, which you can control based on selecting more rainbow key spheres. So that can actually be a really solid, like a solid strategy for you to be able to, because they're going to be type neutral as well, so to help them do as much damage as possible. Okay, and then next up, we've got Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 here. So both of them are going to be amazing leaders as well. They've got the Movie Heroes 170 and then the Accelerated Battle or Worthy Rivals additional 30%. I would say, obviously, you're going to want to use Gamma 1 as your leader more than Gamma 2. Well, it doesn't really matter which one you use as your leader, but if you are using one of them as your leader, then I would assume you'd want to use one of them as your friend leader as well. So yeah, I would definitely say that using Gamma 1 as the friend leader would be smarter because he has type advantage in the event. And he's a better defensive unit than the Gamma 2. But both of these guys are absolute offensive and defensive monsters, so they are going to be really solid for this event. Okay, so then we've got the Blue Gogeta that's actually getting his EZA at the exact same time here. So you will need to EZA this guy first if you do want to use him on you know, on the team, or especially as a leader, because his leader skill gets buffed to full 170% movie heroes once he EZAs. But yeah, once you get this guy EZA'd, he is really good. He is going to be doing a lot of damage for you as well. You're probably not going to see his transformation, unfortunately, because that's when he gets, like, amazing. But he's got a lot of defense and attacks effective against all types, too. So it's going to be like he is an STR type, essentially, which is pretty nice. So yeah, this guy is really solid. Okay, and then we've got, you know, the best unit in the game, the Power Waking Piccolo here. He doesn't have the Movie Heroes leader skill in base, but there are plenty of units that are on Superheroes and Battle of Wits that also fit under the Movie Heroes umbrella. So the nice part is that his additional 30% goes toward Movie Heroes. So if you're able to build an entire team with him as his leader skill, basically, then all of those units are going to be on movie heroes regardless, because those are the units that you want to be using, right? So basically, if you build a team with him as the leader, is what I'm saying, then everyone's going to be under 200% leader skill, which would be really, really nice. And then you'd get to bring him as a friend lead as well. So that could be absolutely insane. I don't think you're going to have any trouble getting through this event if you make a team with him as the leader. His team is definitely one of the strongest in the game right now. And equally so, we've got the Ultimate Gohan here. I am obviously not as big of a fan of this card as the Power Awakening Piccolo. He's not nearly as good defensively, and he doesn't have type advantage here. He's just going to be type neutral, same as the Piccolo, so I would definitely prefer using the Piccolo to the Gohan, but you can use them on each other's teams. So if you want to run both, then that would be totally fine as well. Okay, so we have this STR Piccolo here. This is going to be a really, really solid offensive and defensive option for you. This guy is one of the biggest tanks on the Movie Heroes team right now. And he has type advantage for this event, which is really, really advantageous. And if you're missing a lot of these other cards and you're unable to, have a leader skill there, then this sub-leader skill for Movie Heroes 130% could work out for you as long as you have like a 200% leader skill as your friend lead. Yeah, then he could be really, really solid for you. Okay, so we've got the Tech Carnival Goku. Man, this is ridiculous. It feels like I'm doing like a top 10 list for the best units in the game. Literally all the best units are here. This is so good. I cannot wait to take on this event. It's going to be incredibly easy. But yeah, this guy is going to be absolutely insane. He guards all attacks if your HP is 60% or more. So he is going to be, a defensive monster. You can definitely throw him up in slot 1. And he's going to be doing a lot of damage too. Really quick, I wanted to mention, I don't think you can make a powerful comeback category team out of this. I may have to try and see if we can build a powerful comeback category team to potentially use him as a leader if you wanted to. We'll see about that. Okay, so then we've got the physical Gogeta here. This guy is really solid, especially like if you've got him easy aid. He can do a lot of offense and defense work for you. He's got the medium chance to crit built in and the medium chance to evade built in, which is perfect because he's type neutral. So not getting hit and throwing out some critical hits is going to be very, very nice for you. You can build a full fusion team on Movie Heroes if you wanted to as well, so this guy could be a solid leader for that. Having the 180% leader skill, that could be pretty good. Especially if you brought like a friend Blue Gogeta that has the 170% leader skill, then you'd be rocking it for sure. Okay, so I wanted to include Jocko in here, mainly just because of this. He has the great chance to evade as the first attacker in turn, so if you're struggling to find some defensive options that are going to help you get through this without getting killed, Jocko could be a really solid fill-in. He is just on the Movie Heroes category, so he'll be under the leader skill of whatever Movie Heroes leader you're using, and then he can be solid for dodging attacks so that you don't die. Obviously a little bit of RNG involved, but that's kind of okay when it comes to Easy A stages because they don't cost stamina, so if you die, you can just go back in. Pycon is kind of the same deal here. He is going to be another solid like fill-in unit. I suppose you could make a Connected Hope category. A lot of the fusion units and stuff are on Connected Hope, so you could do that, but I definitely would say there's much better options, right? But yeah, he could be another decent fill-in option if you're able to select a Rainbow Key Sphere. Then he will have a high chance of evading, 50% chance to evade attacks, which can be really solid. And then if you're able to select 3 or more type key spheres, then he's going to be a 30% support for all your allies as well, which is nice. Okay, so then we have Tech Godku here. He is one of the best tanks, probably the best tank on Movie Heroes for sure. So this guy is going to be absolutely insane because we're facing off against a movie boss or a pure saint. Well, both actually, because it's a Broly. So he's going to be getting his 77% damage reduction here. So yeah, this guy's going to tank absolutely everything. And he will be a really, really solid linking partner with some of the gods and blue units that you can bring on this category as well. So he is going to be a must run, I would say, for this event. Okay, so not as good, but the Super Saiyan God Vegeta is here as well. So the reason I say not as good is because his condition with the movie boss or Pure Saiyan's category enemy is getting a great chance to stun, which you're obviously not going to be able to do because this is an Extreme Z battle. And then he also has a high chance to guard, which doesn't really matter because he already has type advantage, so essentially it's like he's guarding anyway. But he does get some additional stats after receiving an attack, so that is kind of nice. And then he has the medium chance to launch his additional built in. So this guy's definitely built more offensively, which is why I say he is still good for this event because he has type advantage. He's getting a great attack raise on super, and then he gets the additional stats after receiving an attack. So, and he has the medium chance to launch an additional. So if you add all that up, then he is going to be launching some pretty good numbers out and dealing a lot of damage. He's just probably not the best defensively, but I'm sure he can hold his own because he's like a newer EZA. He doesn't have completely garbage stats here. So yeah, this guy could be decent for you. And then last up, I wanted to mention the brand new Trunks and Goten Teen card. Kind of same deal as the God Vegeta here. They're just kind of supporting themselves, and if you're able to get them their full 7 key spheres that they need, then they're going to be, have all these different attack and defense raises here, which is perfect. And then they're going to be launching some additionals. They get the attack and defense raises on super, so they can do a lot of damage as well, having type advantage here. Okay, so that is basically all the units that we've got. Let's go ahead and switch over to the game, and I'll show you the teams that I've put together. Alright, so the very first team that we have here is the Power Awakening Piccolo team. Now, it's important to note that every single one of these characters is on the 200% portion of his leader skill. This is a powerhouse of a team. This is probably the team that I'm going to use to take on this event, or at least the one that I will use to grind it up, hundreds of stages. I wouldn't be shocked if this team could actually clear stage 999 of this event. We'll have to see how hard it is. I imagine that they're going to make the event pretty hard because of all of the really, really solid options that you have to bring against it. But yeah, this is probably my favorite team that we could put together. And then we have the Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta team here. Again, all of these units are on Pure Saiyans, which is their additional 30%. So all of these units are going to be on the 200% portion of their leader skill. I included this Bardock and Gine in here because they have type advantage, so that is helpful. They're going to be on the 200% leader skill. They have a Goku ally, so they're getting additional attack and defense 100%. And they're also fighting a movie boss category enemy, so there's an additional attack 100%. The only portion is that they're not facing a Frieza, so that's the last portion where they would get guaranteed crits and some more additional attack. So they're only missing the one part of their passive there. I think they're going to hit decently hard against this event under that 200% leader skill, so could be good. Okay, so then we've got the LR Gods leader skill. Again, everybody here is under the 200% portion of their leader skill. These are all Kamehameha category units. Here we're able to utilize the Ultimate Gohan and stuff as well. So this could be a decent team. Definitely not as good as some of the other ones, but a pretty solid team nonetheless. Alright, so then we've got a Gamma 1 build. Again, all of these units are on Accelerated Battle or Worthy Rivals, so they are all going to be under the 200% portion of his leader skill. This is going to be an insane defensive build. Like, what unit can get hit here? What unit can take damage? I don't think that any of them can. Honestly, I think this build right here is probably one that could get through stage 999. Yeah, almost definitely. Like, it's going to be insane to see how well some of these teams perform for sure. And then the last team that we've got here is that full fusion build that I was talking about. So yeah, you can actually make a full fusion team. Definitely not as good as some of the other teams, but you still got some powerful STR options that are going to hold their own because they've got type advantage and stuff. So, and this team is going to be linking up really, really well together. So yeah, could be a decent option. Hopefully you guys found this guide helpful. I'd be excited to see what teams you guys are able to put together. If you're able to put together any teams that I didn't mention here, mention it in the comments down below. I'd be interested to see if anybody has any other creative team builds for this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then consider being a part of the Toxic Tribe with a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. that is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.